Welcome, Wargamers. My name is Doug with 2+ Stuff. Please forgive the light in the background. I usually record at night, but I have something I wanted to share that I just really can't wait on. If you don't know, in America, in particularly California, North California, there's been a series of incredibly devastating forest fires. Tons of acres have been absolutely obliterated, towns wiped off the map. 88 people are confirmed to be dead, but that number I believe will rise pretty soon once the wreckage has kind of been sorted through. I do have a buddy in the insurance agency who was sent there to do, he does high claims loss, so big houses get burned down, he's the one who assesses it. And he's been doing it for 15 years and said that he is still floored by the devastation of just, there's nothing left of the town except for piping underneath it. It's all just burned away. And so immense amounts of damage there. Well, in that area, that community, there are several wargamers who lost everything. Everything, all their collections, all the models we've spent time building, all those things, it's all gone. Well, there is a group of wargamers trying to help that community out. So Carl Tuttle over at the Independent Characters, which is a very long-running, very well-established 40K podcast, is kind of triaging a bunch of people's donations to get those folks set up with models and back into the hobby. This is a page from their website. It's a blog. It goes into more details about the nature of the fire, the devastation, and just the ways that he wants to go about helping. There's also a list of players for 40K and Age of Sigmar, and a list of what they collect, their armies and things like that, as well as some other folks from who play board games, and War Machine, things like that. He also lists 3 ways that you can help. The first, if you don't have any models you want to send, you can basically go and attribute money in the Games Workshop system, like a gift card, basically, to Carl, and he will triage that to other people. I can attest to his integrity. He's been a long-running person who serves the community, so I feel fully confident that he will make sure that your money gets to them. The second option is, of course, if you have models, Black Library books, hobby supplies, all that kind of stuff, he gives an address where you can send that to. We'll get to that in a second. And then option 3 is he lists off 3 organizations really designed on-site to help victims of the fires. You're not going to send money directly to Carl. It's a mess to kind of orchestrate that, and then people get kind of odd when you're asking for money. So instead of sending, if you want to do cash, instead of sending that, you can help these organizations on-site with all survivors of the fire. So here's the thing. I myself have been the survivor of 2 household fires, lived in apartment complexes. My neighbors would have an accident and basically the entire building would get burned down. I've lost everything twice. I'm under no delusion that a few models being sent to people is going to drastically change their circumstances, but here's the thing. Radical kindness and graciousness does change people's lives. In those moments where I lost everything that I had, it's the kindness of communities, of friends and family coming together that make the lasting impact. I got all my crap back, right? You always accrue more stuff, but it's the feeling of people coming together at the hardest times of your lives and saying like, hey, we care, come back to our community, you always have a place for to join us. Those are the things that change people's lives, and they never go away. Now, here's the thing. I've seen these kinds of things happen before where a community will come around, like a cancer survivor or a car crash victim, something like that. And I've just, in my life, I'm just now becoming a real adult, never been in a position to really contribute anything to those, but now I am, and I want to do it in a meaningful way. And so if you are a follower of the channel, you know that I have a 40K orc army that is comprised of boys and bikes and vehicles, and Games Workshop sent me the Speed Freak set and all that stuff, and I'm humbled and grateful for those things, but I'm going to give them away, and I'm going to give them to someone who I hope appreciates them in their darkest hour, and I hope, frankly, that you will join me, and that means a lot to me if you would. If you do, go ahead and take a look at that list of people who are victims of the fire. It lists their armies and what they're playing and what they're interested in. If you have anything, I really do encourage you to consider supporting them with me. And if you don't have any of that stuff, that's completely cool. There's a lot of armies that aren't represented there that you might be playing. Really do consider this holiday season going over to Games Workshop site and doing the gift certificate type thing, assigning it to Carl, and he will make sure that those get sent out appropriately. As someone who has received the kindness of others and a really awesome community when, first of all, my army was stolen, playing War Machine Hordes, and then the fires and all this stuff like that, it's something that I want to do, and I want you to join me too. So please consider helping me. Like, let's help these people at their worst of times and give them a chance to enjoy something, right? Maybe they can have a long day of dealing with all the insurance crap and all this, and then go to a game night where they can just take a break and laugh with some friends. And it's the greatest gift that we can offer them. What I will say, though, is if you are going to help out, doing it quickly, sooner rather than later, is definitely great. Carl's going to go up, I think it's the first or second week in January, and kind of, like I said, triage and distribute all this stuff. So getting those things in the mail or done online sooner rather than later is definitely preferable. All the relevant links will be in the description down below. Please, like I said, join me. I don't even like stress the fact that I have a Patreon, nothing like that. I'm not nearly as direct as saying, please help me make someone's day this year. If you have any questions about any of this, you can leave in the comments down below or on a comment on the Independent Characters article below, of course. And between me and those folks, we will answer your questions. If you are one of those folks who has been affected by this, know that you are not alone, that many of us have lost everything at one point or another in our lives. And please accept this offer of just generosity to you without any strings attached, and just join us and have some fun and some laughs, and let us love you as a community. Thank you all so much for watching. Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you want to say, and happy wargaming.